Welcome back to English by Mind Training. This is our second episode, and today we're going to train not just your English, but your thinking. Relax, focus, and enjoy the journey, because every word you learn today brings you one step closer to confidence. So let's begin. In a small, dusty town where life moved slowly and survival was the biggest dream, there lived a boy named Arman, a poor garbage picker who woke up every morning long before sunrise, when the streets were still quiet and the air was heavy with dust. And while other children prepared for school, putting on clean uniforms and packing books, Arman stepped outside with a torn bag on his shoulder, walking from street to collect trash so he could earn enough money to support his sick father and keep food on the table. People saw him every day, yet they never truly noticed him. Some ignored him completely, some laughed, some whispered, and others looked away as if he didn't exist, because to them he was just another poor boy with no future. But what no one could see was that inside this quiet, tired child lived an extraordinary mind, a mind that was always curious, always thinking, always asking silent questions about numbers, patterns, and logic. One afternoon, under the burning sun, while searching through garbage behind a local school, Arman noticed an old notebook thrown away like it was worthless, its pages dirty and torn. And as he opened it, he saw complex math equations written across the pages, problems involving logic, formulas, and calculations far beyond basic arithmetic, problems meant for advanced students. And something inside him sparked, because numbers made sense to him in a way the world never had. So he sat down on the ground, picked up a broken piece of chalk, and began solving the equations slowly and carefully, step by step, with calm focus and perfect accuracy, unaware that his life was about to change forever. Moments later, a teacher walking past suddenly stopped, her eyes fixed on the equations forming on the ground, and as she leaned closer, her confusion turned into shock, because the answers were not only correct, they were written with clarity and deep understanding. And this was not simple math, this was advanced mathematics that even top students in the school struggled to understand. So she checked again, and still found no mistakes, her hands trembling as she realized that the boy in front of her, dressed in dirty clothes and sitting beside garbage, was solving problems with the confidence of a trained mathematician. She immediately called other teachers, and soon students gathered around as well, forming a circle of disbelief, phones coming out, whispers filling the air, as Arman continued solving equation after equation without hesitation. And within minutes, the entire school stood stunned, unable to understand how a boy who had never attended school, who had never owned textbooks, who had never sat in a classroom, could solve problems meant for future engineers and scientists. Someone recorded a short video and uploaded it online, and what happened next shocked not just the town, but the entire world. Because within hours, the video spread across social media platforms, gaining millions of views, comments, and shares from people in different countries and cultures, all reacting with disbelief and emotion, calling Arman names like the garbage genius, the math miracle, and living proof that talent has no class. As educators, professors, scientists, and journalists began to talk about him, questioning how many other brilliant minds might be hidden in poverty, unseen and unheard. Universities reached out, offering scholarships, mentorships, and full support. Organizations stepped forward to help his family, and reporters flooded the same dusty streets that once ignored him, asking questions and taking photos, as Arman, still humble and quiet, tried to understand how his life had changed so suddenly. The boy who once searched trash for survival was now holding books, admission letters, and a future filled with possibility. Yet he never forgot where he came from, because his journey was not just about success, but about a message far greater than himself, a message that intelligence is not created by money, uniforms, or buildings, that genius does not belong only to the privileged, and that curiosity and determination can survive even in the harshest conditions. And when Arman finally walked into a classroom as a real student for the first time, sitting at a desk instead of the ground, chalk replaced by clean notebooks, he smiled. Not because he had become famous, but because he had finally been given a chance. And his story became a powerful reminder to the world that sometimes the brightest minds are hidden in the darkest places, waiting patiently for one moment, one opportunity to be seen. Thank you for spending your time with English by Mind Training. Remember, learning English is not about speed, it's about consistency. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and we'll grow together. See you in the next episode.